Hi, I'm Bill Mills, and though I currently live in Las Vegas, Nevada, from the early 60s through the mid-90s, I lived in Southern California, in and around the Los Angeles area primarily, and from the late 60s, 69, through mid-80s, I was heavily involved in the Los Angeles science fiction fandom community as well. I was a member of LOSFUS, and you could always find me and or my cronies hanging out at in most of the local science fiction conventions. In 1980, I was one of the lucky few that had the early versions of what we now think of as the Handycam, the home video recording unit. Now, of course, they're as small as your hand, or for that matter, you can even shoot video on your cell phone. But in the old days, it was a lot more complicated than that. In fact, my first video camera was something about like this, which required shouldering on, like, and everybody say fuckhead. Hi there, yeah. And that was this is a more modern unit and has a recording device built in, but the original, the old ones, which were this size, had a large heavy cable that was then connected to a video recording device, which I used to carry around in a standard size suitcase. So you see that it wasn't exactly portable. And the idea of having home video recordings that were made in 1980, some almost 30 years ago, is really pretty rare. I was really lucky to be able to record, because it was so hard to get that stuff out and around to anywhere. I didn't record nearly as much as I would have liked to. And even some of the ones that I did record haven't exactly survived the time and deterioration factors in the last 30 years. But I'm delighted to say that recently I have found a box of tapes that have survived and are now being transferred to digital form so that I can save them and in some cases make them available on the web because of their not only nostalgic value, but in some cases, at least from a vantage point of view, the very rare and historic value of having captured a moment in time that is worthy of reviewing at a later date. This video that you're about to see is from the WesterCon 33 Fan Cabaret from 1980. 27 years, as of right now, 27 years ago anyway. And I wish we had recorded the entire program. We didn't. But there's still some great performances, very rare and wonderful performances from fans from the LA area at the time that anybody familiar with that group would know. People like Ron Bounds and Evelyn Turner and Wade Heaton and who you see back here, my old friend Frank Gasperik, who I have two really terrific, classic, typical Frank performances on this tape. One of them is of a song that he did as a filk version of a song I wrote with another friend of ours, mine, named Jack Jardine, a science fiction author, Jack Jardine. And it was part of our little group of what we called dirty ditties. It was called "It's My Turn to Sleep in the Middle." It's my turn to get it both ways. You know. Anyway, Frank and another well-known local LA fan, Contessa Stevens, had filked that song without my knowing it, and called it, their version of it was "It's My Turn to Sit in the Hot Tub." It's my turn to get it 12 ways. Yeah, well, I wanted you to see that video because I found it. I couldn't believe that it hadn't been lost to time, because as of May 3rd, just a few weeks ago, Frank himself was lost to time, and he has passed on. This may be one of the few videotapes of his performances that exist. So I'm delighted to be able to make it available for his friends and his fans and all our fellow fan out there. But because it's a filk of a song you may never have heard, I thought it might help to put it in perspective. And so I thought I'd just do you. I mean, do you the song. Do the song for you. You know what I mean. Here it is. It's my turn to sleep in the middle. It's my turn to get it both ways. Under the covers, a trio of lovers. I haven't been sandwiched in days. It's my turn to sleep in the center, with love on both sides of the bed. The three of us diddle, with me in the middle, enjoying a friend at each end. 6 hands and 3 tongues and acres of skin, and all sorts of holes you can get yourself in. If one of us can't, then the other one can, by taking his place while he's taking 10. It's my turn to sleep in the middle. It's my turn to get it both ways. Under the covers, a trio of lovers. I haven't been sandwiched in days. Yeah. And that was it. And anyway, now I'd like to introduce to you Frank Gasperik, or otherwise known as Felix, or Harry Reddington, or the Minstrel. But here he is as I knew him, my friend, Frank Gasperik.
I have something of a tribute to pay to the performer. I personally think that Bill should have closed this show. But then, Bill's a serious musician. We all know he's a serious musician. I'm a satirist. That's what they're calling now. Well, that's what the job description calls for, and that's why I'm here. This is something that Bill Mills on one of these infamous 45 caliber Zipman singles did this one. I don't remember. Bill was the A or the B side that you did Sleep in the Middle.
The F side.
It was the F side. Well, I'm not going to do the one that he did because that's not fair for mixed company. Will all the gentlemen please leave the room? Unfortunately, the Contessa Stevens and I got together at the Lost Con party, and she's been after me for lyrics for the song that Bill has done, and I said, go find Bill. She says, no, you know them and I can find you. And somehow this turned up. This is a satire out of Bill Mills' song. One moment before I start that one. This is dedicated to all of those people that we know and love, like Larry Niven, Bruce Pells, and anybody who's ever thinking of putting a jacuzzi in your backyard. It's my turn to sit in the hot tub. It's my turn to get it 12 ways. She does what we taught her. She's great underwater and probably won't surface for days. It's my turn to sit in the hot tub with friends all around, close at hand, forgetting your troubles, surrounded by bubbles, while hot tips massage all your glands. It's 24 hands and square miles of skin, and bathing suits lying around on the rim. I don't know whether it's his, hers, or mine, but we're all together, all joined in good times. It's my turn to sit in the hot tub. It's my turn to strip to the buff. With no hesitating, 'cause there's people waiting who haven't been bubbled enough. 24 hands and square miles of skin, and bathing suits lying around on the rim. I don't know whether it's his, hers, or mine, but we're all together, all joined in good times. It's my turn to sit in the hot tub. It's my turn to get it 12 ways. It's hotter and wetter and keeps getting better. The party won't surface for days.